We are just about a week away from the start of Maine Restaurant Week.
That's the perfect opportunity to try a new spot or support your favorite local restaurant during what's usually a quiet time of the year.
Here to tell us more is the founder of the big event, Jillian Britt. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
What inspired this event in the first place? This is the 17th year for this?
It is the 17th
It's exciting.
year. Yeah. March is a slow time of year. I mean, we all know that. And restaurants, even 17 years ago, were struggling tremendously, and they still are today for different reasons, but the issue still remains. You know, people like to stay in their homes in March, and this is a good way to encourage them to venture out.
Yeah. How does exactly work Restaurant Week?
The restaurants can serve either special dishes created for Restaurant Week, or they can create 3-course prefix menus, and they have a lot of flexibility even within that. They can price the menu for $38, $48, or $58 per person. And if you go to restaurantweek.com, the restaurants list their menus there, so you can read about their different specials and plans.
And like you were saying, I mean, this is just, it comes at the right time, I feel like, for a lot of businesses. What have you been hearing from restaurants this year, particularly as far as the need and also wanting to be involved in the event?
You know, they're under a lot of pressure right now. The cost of ingredients has gone up. Staffing is still an issue, and then of course customers, because they're also feeling the brunt of inflation and concerns about the economy. And so when you mix all those things together, it's not a great outcome for anybody, really. But the restaurants are hoping that, you know, people will come out and celebrate Restaurant Week and dine out as they have done in the past.
Yeah, and by celebrating Restaurant Week, it's a great way for the restaurants and the chefs especially to get a little creative, huh?
Yeah, we encourage them to show off their best. You know, you really want these customers to become long-time loyal customers, and so you want to bring out your best dishes, or maybe try new dishes that you've been curious about. Sometimes chefs create special menus that are completely unique, and like Solo Italiano is doing one with truffles in all of their courses. That's only available though on Fridays and Saturdays, so definitely review their guidelines. It varies a lot from place to place.
And there's also the incredible breakfast cook-off.
Yes.
And so that's happening a week from today.
Yep.
Is that correct? So
That's
tell us
correct.
about how fun that is, and can people actually get tickets for that?
Yep, there are still tickets available. It's Friday morning on the 28th. It's from 7 to 9 a.m. and all of the proceeds benefit Preble Street. And the chefs, you know, they bring out their best. It's a blast because you'll be tasting, I can't remember now if there are 10 or 11 different competitors, but you get to taste all their different dishes, and you get to vote for your favorite. And WBLM always broadcasts live, and I know you guys will turn up, and it's a fun time.
Yeah. It is a fun time.
You know what's great about Portland? I mean, all these restaurants, of course, compete against each other for customers, but the nice thing about it, they really all work together as one community, too.
They do. We've definitely found that in different towns, the Restaurant Week itself functions better the more restaurants participate, because there gets to be a little more excitement about, you know, what is everybody doing, and they kind of help lift all of the visibility for the different places in the area. So it's not really competing, it's more like celebrating and getting everybody excited about this is the time of year, you know, get out and do your part, support the restaurants, support the community.
You've been in this industry, you know, in tune with it for a long time. This past year has been a little tough. You know, we've seen some of our favorite restaurants close. We've also seen others expand. I mean, what are your thoughts just, you know, over the past few months or over the past year? You know, is it just a shift that happens every so often, or what do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It does feel like there are more places that are closing than usual, but then we also have a whole group of new places that are opening. So I guess I would say that, you know, this kind of transition feels faster than usual. And the kinds of places that are being planned as new locations feel more casual. So we're seeing clearly a shift towards that more casual dining opportunity. You know, there's like Roasties on Congress Street that's all sandwiches, you know, that kind of thing is expanding.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
Speaking of expanding, it's called Restaurant Week, but it's really longer than a week.
Oh, it's 12 days. Yeah, definitely. It always has been, and you know, it's just too much to contain in a single week.
Yeah, well, it's nice because what you packed in 2 weekends, right? So
Yeah.
that gives people a little extra chance to participate if they'd like to try out another place. Or
definitely
maybe try out a
does.
few different places, right?
Oh yeah, we've heard from people over the years. There's some who dine out every night. You know, it's definitely, they make their lists and they check these things off. So I hope that they do hit several places.
Yeah, and
That's
with the
awesome.
restaurants, they always get big crowds on Fridays and Saturdays, a lot of them on Thursday, but they're looking for the people that come out. And like you've heard from the bars too, Monday, Tuesdays, and
Yeah.
Wednesdays are tough nights.
Yeah, they are. I think, you know, the good thing about Mondays and Tuesdays is that places, you'll find there are some that are closed on Mondays, some that are closed on Tuesdays. So hopefully that boosts the business of the places that have opened on the opposite nights.
Tell us about the website. It is so helpful because you can go and look at every single restaurant that's participating and what they're offering as well.
You can filter on the website by city, by price, and you can also filter by vegetarian offerings and a few other items. So you can really kind of click through and see what you're looking for.
Yeah, I want to filter by dessert. That's what I want to filter
Oh,
by.
We don't offer that currently. Maybe we should add that as a filter.
And what is the website, just so people can go check it out?
It's MaineRestaurantWeek.com. And one of the things we didn't touch on is there is an additional fundraiser for Preble Street called Crave, and in that one there are a variety of locations that are creating items with coffee, like it could be a coffee drink or a coffee sweet or a coffee savory item, and $1 from a purchase of any of those items goes to Preble Street too. And that's taking place in, it's not restaurants at all, it's like bakeries or cafes, that kind of thing.
Perfect. Well, we hope it's a huge success. Jillian, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you.